Hey guys.
I told her thinking is all wrong. Love will happen when it wants.
So this video is long overdue. It's about 3 weeks later. So this video is just gonna be basically a story time on my delivery with Bentley. I didn't get to record. It was just too much going on, and I needed to focus on me and him. So let's just hop right into it. Around 3 o'clock, they were in and out. So I was woken up, but barely. I could go back to sleep. And then around 5, they got to be out of hand, and I woke up and I started tracking them. And I woke up Cairo just to let him know, what was going on. And around 6:30, I called my mom and I just let her know that my contractions were getting worse. And while I was on the phone with her, I had a really intense contraction. And I looked at Cairo and I said, it's time. Like, there's no more false. Like, this is it. I knew just because of the fact that I couldn't handle them. It was very hard for me to stand the pain. The last few weeks of my pregnancy was really hard. I didn't record videos to keep you guys updated, and I am sorry about that. But I had quite a few of false alarms. I went into the hospital twice in the last week that I did give birth to him, just because I couldn't tell if my contractions were real, if they were false. So we went to the hospital, got there around 7:30, and they asked me if my water broke. So they get you checked in. They make sure that everything is okay. They hook you up to the monitors. I've explained those to you guys before. And the nurse came in and she checked my cervix, and she was like, "You're at 6." And I was like, holy crap. Like, I was scared just because of how bad my contractions were when I was going to the emergency room, that my water was just gonna pop and I was not gonna be able to get my epidural. Which I don't know if I told you guys that, but I did get an epidural with both the girls, and I was planning on getting it with him. I'm not saying that it's a must, but if you have very low pain tolerance, get the epidural. Around 7:30 is when they checked my cervix and found out that I was 6 centimeters. So they had let me know that they were... Sorry, I'm outside, so you might hear screaming. They let me know, that it was going to be time to go to the delivering room. So I was waiting for my nurse, and I got moved to my room. And because I was positive with the CBS, I had to get an antibiotic, which I explained to you guys in that video. And I had to get a lot of fluids because of the antibiotic and the epidural itself. I got my epidural around 8:15ish. Everyone had to leave the room. It was just my nurse and the anesthesiologist. I hope I said that right. And my nurse, I loved her so much. Shout out to you, Kelly. She was just very helpful. She let me know that everything was going to be okay, because even though I've been through it twice before, the fact of having to be in that position, I showed you guys the position you have to be in. Your shoulders have to be tucked in, and you have to keep your spine straight. It's just the fact of being nervous when they're putting that needle into your back, and I can't move, but like, what if I have a contraction? Like, that's the only part that scares me. I did end up having a contraction when, you know, the needle was being put in. It's a mind game, you know, like, yeah, it's super painful, and you don't know how to, you know, tolerate it, because literally this pain is, it is excruciating, and I'm not exaggerating, but as long as you know how to keep your mind, you know, off of the pain, you can do it. Like, no matter what, like, we can do it. Like, we've dealt with this 9 freaking months. You can handle it, and you're gonna handle it, because you have to get this beautiful child out of you so it can join you in this world. Yes, it's painful, but it's an experience that you will never forget. Like, it's amazing. I got my epidural, and then instantly you feel no pain. Like, I can't explain that to you. Like, it's like, you feel it, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's there, but it doesn't hurt. You're not crying, you're not grabbing stuff because it hurts so bad. Like, you can handle it. Around 10 o'clock, 9:45, 10 o'clock, my actual doctor got there, and he checked my cervix, and he was like, you're at about a 9. And I was like, my God, it's about to happen. And like I said, I didn't get to record, unfortunately. I really wanted to, just so you guys could be there literally every step of the way. But Cairo did get a snip, which I will put in at some point in this video. And okay, so he said I was at about 9 centimeters. And Kelly was like, Kelly was my nurse, so she was like, do you want to pop her water? Do you want to just let it go on its own? He asked me, you know, are you ready to push? And I was like, yeah, I am. So he popped my water, which, like, I think I've explained it before. It doesn't hurt at all. You don't feel it, especially because you have your epidural. So I would say around 10 o'clock. Now, there was I guess, like, an OB training. You know, he was learning how to deliver babies. And he delivered my baby, but it was more my doctor. They were kind of doing it together, which I liked, because I liked the fact of knowing that, yeah, my doctor's right there, but I'm also hoping this person learn. Like, I'm the reason why he's learning. You know, like, he's getting to deliver my baby, and he's learning from my experience, which is really cool. Around 10, I had been pushing from like 9:50 to about 10, so 10 minutes before. 9:50 till about like 10:15-ish. You know, just getting him down. And then I would say around 10:15, my doctor came back into the room and gowned up, and so did the doctor that was learning. And that was it. It was time to, like, legit get him out. And I would say in about 3 to 4 really good pushes, he was here at 10:24 in the morning. I didn't have any complications. In my last pre-pushes, I guess you could say, the ones where I was getting him ready, I did have to wear the oxygen mask, just because I was getting out of breath, because I feel like I was trying to do more than I should. Now, I will say the difference between my epidurals with the girls compared to him is I felt more. I could literally feel him coming out compared to the girls. The girls, I couldn't feel anything. Like, the epidural worked. Like, I didn't feel anything. Now, his epidural worked. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I wasn't, like, screaming my head off, like, in pain, but I could just feel it more, which honestly I can say I liked. I liked the fact of being able to feel that. difference. Because epidural for the girls literally knocked everything out. I didn't feel a thing. But for him, I got to feel more, you know, which, I don't know. It was a different experience. Don't get me wrong. It was a little bit harder for me, but I got through it. And there's one tip I can give a mom, is when you are going through your contractions, don't forget to breathe. Like, if you don't breathe, the baby doesn't breathe. And I know you're gonna try to do everything you can. You're gonna try and tense up. You're gonna try and, you know, grab everything and stop breathing because you just want to focus on that pain. But don't tense up. Let loose and let the contraction fly by, because the contraction is literally a wave. So when your contractions are lasting a good minute to a minute and a half, it is the real deal. And yeah, like, it's gonna hurt and you're gonna be scared, but just know, like, in a few hours you're gonna have your baby, and he or she is gonna be here, and it's gonna be an experience that you're gonna look back on and you're gonna be like, whoa, like, I did that. So because I tested positive for the I really hope I'm saying it right. It's just been a while since I talked about it. The CBS, because my delivery just went so fast, I couldn't get my 2 doses. I only got 1 dose of my antibiotics, and I was supposed to get 2. After I had him, they don't give you that second dose of the antibiotic. But because I did test positive, they had to keep me for 48 hours. So I had him on a Tuesday, and I went home on Thursday around 1:30ish in the afternoon. This is the first time I've done a wrap, and I love it. He has been such a calm baby. It truly has been a blessing. He sleeps all night. He only wakes up maybe once to eat. I'm thinking about my next video being what to expect at your baby's first newborn checkup, because you do have to take your baby to his pediatrician. He or she's, I'm sorry, I'm just used to saying he or she's pediatrician about 2 days after you have him, just so they can make sure, you know, everything is going well. I don't want to go too much into detail because I think that would be a cool video, just because new moms don't know what to expect. And, you know, like, I was very nervous my first time with Isabella because I didn't know what they were going to do, or, you know, what was going to happen. But I think that would be really cool. I know that this video is super late, but I am gonna plan on doing, you know, like, check-ins with you guys, like, basically like my updates, how I did with my pregnancy, just on him. You know, update you on his appointments, update you on how he's doing, and simple things like that. This was my delivery story. A lot of different pregnancies and deliveries are completely different from mine. I'm not saying that all pregnancies and deliveries are going to be exactly like mine, but I can give you a bit of peace of mind, letting you know how it happened for me, what happened, you know, little things like that to kind of keep you at ease, to let you know that, you know, it is going to be okay and you're going to be okay. You're going to get through it. I think my next video, I'm going to do like an after my delivery type video, just to let you guys know what happens at the hospital after you give birth. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some information. I hope it kind of lets you know on how things can go, how it went for me, just so you go in feeling a little bit better, having like this thought like, oh, okay, this is what they're gonna do, you know, because it is gonna be a scary experience, but just know that you got this, you can handle it. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's other videos you want to know. Let me know if there's other topics that you want me to talk about, because I don't mind talking about these things. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
I know it hurts sometimes, but don't let it go.